In today's video, we are going to be replacing this little beauty. This, for those who may not know, is a still life box. So when you're creating still life or life from art, you take objects, you put it into here, you're able to control the light so you don't have light sources coming from all sorts of places, confusing your lights and shadows, creating weird highlights where there shouldn't be highlights, adding reflections where there shouldn't be. So you put your objects in, you shine your light, it blocks out all the other light from the room, and you're able to control what's going on in your objects. So you can see shadow, light, gradients, highlights, reflections, all that wonderful stuff. So this is something that I use for my art education, but it's also something that I've become to really enjoy in my art practice, and it's something I plan on doing in the future. So, seeing how my studio is in my living room, this doesn't look so pretty. And I want it to look nice. I want my living room to feel put together, not like I have a half falling apart cardboard box with duct tape holding it together in my studio. So I'm gonna make a new one. So we're gonna do something very YouTubey, and we're gonna go to Home Depot. So come along, let's go get some supplies. So it's a few days later. As you can see from a couple of my clips, I had a few different options. There was a lot of pre-cut stuff, but that was quite a bit more expensive than just buying a sheet of plywood. So I decided to just buy a sheet of plywood, get them to cut it down at the store. I decided to go with plywood. There was a lot of really nice wood there that I would have loved to, but at the same time, it was much more expensive, as well as I'm going to paint it anyways, and I'm going to be painting it black. So does it really matter what kind of wood is underneath? Probably not. I decided to go with 1/4 inch because it's going to be lighter. Right now, I don't have a permanent spot for my still life box in my living room because it is in my living room, and not everything that I do is from still life, so I often move it out of the way or whatever. So I need to be able to like lift it and move it, and I didn't want to make it with something that was going to be too heavy because then that's going to make that difficult. My still life box right now is just a cardboard box from Canadian Tire, and the dimensions that were recommended in the program that I'm in were to have it a little bit more square, but I couldn't find that when I was searching for still life boxes, and so I just bought what I could find because I didn't want to work anymore. I just wanted to get to painting. So mine is actually quite a bit taller than it's supposed to be, but this has served me well in the past because I've actually been able to turn it sideways and use it when I have something that's a little bit longer that I've wanted to do for personal projects. I did a painting, a lot of objects in it, and it was quite the intricate setup, and I really appreciated that I could turn my box sideways and do that. So then I thought, well, if I'm going to make a still life box and I want it to function the way that I want it to function or that I found useful in the past, I want it to be able to be multifunctional. So I want to be able to do taller objects as well as turn it on its side and do a little bit more objects but have it be a little bit wider kind of thing. That's the goal. Let's see if we can make this happen. This is 18.5 by 24. I'm going to do handles on the top and on the side so that I can do it both, obviously tall and lengthwise. And yeah, so I think I'm going to do 24 by 20. That's the goal. Let's see if we can make this happen.
When that sleep won't come and you've cried your sum, let it come to you. There's nothing you can do until I see you smile just below those eyes that tell me you're okay. It's written on your face. As you come to light, I come alive. Your silhouette in the summer sky. But this is only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better. And this is only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better. Turn your sorrow in, burn every piece of it. Let me comfort you, I'll be your gold.
So the plan is that this is, oh crap, this is a side This is going to be the inside, so it'll be like this. What I want to do is create a cutout, just like this box has here, on the side here, so that I can stick my lamp, which fits nicely a little bit. Maybe I need to make it slightly bigger than this. So to be able to stick my lamp in. So that's the plan. Do you know how to do this? I don't know. We'll see.
We're so better. Our time is best together. You must know that I love you so. Never bargain you for your weight in gold. And this is only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better. And this is only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better. If you're seeing through a single eye, missing half of what this world looks like, in a sea that only fills our tide, there is more, and I know that it's yours and mine. But this is only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better. And this is only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better. This is only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better. And this is only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better.
Alright, so this is what we've got so far. We've painted the inside black, and then I'm going to paint just a border the exact width of this trim here, and I'm going to paint that black, and then the back of it I think I'm going to paint my hallway color here, and then I'm going to paint a fun design on it. So that way the outside of my box looks nice and pretty and brings me lots of joy, and the inside of the box is functional.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, tested by the motion, loving this devotion. Live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll.
Okay, so now that we've got the inside of our box doing what we need it to do, looking all pretty and dark, let's move to the outside. I thought maybe I'd bring in some elements from my living room, things like these new pillows that we got from IKEA, some of my favorite artwork, and taking some of those colors and using them to create a pattern on the outside. I really love this really dark green color. It's my favorite color, which is why you'll see it in a lot of my branding, fun fact. So I'm going to be taking some, maybe creating a little bit of a transfer, putting it onto my box. You'll see. Watch this space, it's coming. Right here.
Taking control.